Good evening. How was everybody's day? Hope everybody had a great day today. I know I did. And even if I didn't, I was looking forward to this moment. I was excited. I felt like I kind of ran home. I felt like I ran home for this. I want to
Well, I
welcome my
definitely did too.
nephew, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, my nephew, Kiyan.
How y'all
Thank
doing?
you for taking the time out and talk to Auntie
Of
and
course.
speak with me tonight. How you
Thank
been?
you. I'm actually pretty good. Honestly, I feel like I rushed here too. I was in a little bit of traffic coming from Jersey City, and I'm in there like, man, I gotta get back. Or,
Oh, that's where I was coming
no,
from. I catch the train though, because it's so much easier to
okay,
catch the train. I hate traffic, so I just jump on the train.
okay. But
But
yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I can't complain too much about anything. Just blessed. Thank you for having me and inviting me on this
of,
special call this evening.
of course, I'm really excited. Thank you. Um, I want to say to you, you are an awesome young man, handsome. You look like Auntie. I always said that ever since you was born.
Thank you. I see the resemblance.
You was my baby, still is my baby. We don't get to connect as much anymore, but you know the love is here. You know, Auntie's always here. You could call on me at any given time. So you grown to be such a handsome, smart young man. You staying out the way of garbage. I don't see you in nothing. So I'm very, very, very proud of you. I'm going to tell you tonight. Um, so a couple things I want to touch upon. I know you had some ideas. We're just gonna freestyle it. Just gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
things that's going on in life experience. One of the questions I wanted to ask you is, how's 2025 been treating you so far?
That's honestly a good question because I'm not gonna lie, it started off a little rough, a little shaky. Honestly, if I'm being transparent, was in between jobs at the beginning of the year, so it was like just a little timid, just a little bit.
Mhm.
But I did end up getting a offer recently, and I took the job. So since then, honestly, a little bit of weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I want to say that was probably the primary focus for me coming into the new year was finding a new job and getting back on track. Just for like everything I was doing in life, like going to the gym. Like since I haven't been working, I haven't been in the gym and getting to it like I was before. So it's I'm getting there. I'm getting back on track.
Good. That's good.
The
That's good.
mindset,
I
the
was telling
mindset.
you, I was watching Asai's video. That's my motivation. It really is. When I see him going at it, if I'm laying there being lazy, I'm like, let me get my butt up. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
go downstairs and I'll do something. So keep
Me
that up.
too.
Health is everything. Staying healthy, staying fit. It's not so much about being on a diet, it's just being healthy and being fit. And you're still young, so it's good that you are doing it now. So when you get my age, you don't have to do it as hard as I'm doing it because it gets harder as you get older. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Um, I used one of your titles that you had sent to me for the title.
Mhm.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Um, when you sent that title to me, what what is it about that title that made you send that to me and something that we could discuss tonight? I'll talk about it later, but I just want to get your point of view of it.
Mhm. Um, honestly, that was the first thing that popped up because it seems like the people around my age bracket. It seems like that's the number one uh just thing that's going on right now. Just dealing with like social media and you seeing a bunch of people your age or even younger than you doing things that you would like to be doing, and whether it's traveling or eating out at expensive places or just doing things that you deem to be successful or uh just maybe the what you should be doing. I want to say. So I just feel like, yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about that because um, it's honestly not healthy mentally,
Hmm.
and I know it's just easy to fall victim to it because people my age, we're just on our phones all day, every day. We could be at work, we on our phones. We could be
Hmm.
at church, we on our phones. You know what I'm saying? So it's just easy to fall victim to it, and it puts a lot of pressure on my generation.
Right.
Because we just feel like we should be doing more. We could be 22,
Constantly comparing to other
right, and
people.
comparing to other people, and it's like we don't know what they're actually living like on the day to day. And at the end of the day, it's still social media. No one's putting their the negative sides of life on social media. Everything you see and is pretty much gonna be positive stuff. And I just feel like, yeah, I definitely wanted to get at that. Because yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's definitely hard. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not a victim to it. And there are times in my day where I'm like, man, this kid is younger than me and he's driving a Lamborghini or he traveling and doing all this and his. Cause I do music as well, so it be times I'm looking at people like, man, how did he make it so early? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just have to constantly stop myself from doing that because it like the title comparison is the thief of joy, and it really is because it takes away from the progress that you're actually making on your own journey and the things that
Right.
the things that you are succeeding in and achieving with yourself. And it's almost like this feeling of unsatisfaction or unsatisfactory, whichever one of those are real words.
Right. Right.
um, so yeah, definitely wanted to go at that.
Yeah, that was a good topic because this that is true. A lot of people see other people doing things. They don't know what it took for them to get there. And I touch upon that a lot because one of my main mottos that I love to say is dare to be you and still be loved. Because people see what Trina doing or what Kiyan doing. It's like, oh, why her not me? Why me? Like, why him not me? You're robbing yourself. You're robbing yourself of your moment. You're robbing yourself of your progress, what you have accomplished, because now you wishing woulda, shoulda, coulda. What is for me is for me. What is for you is for you. What is for them is for them. It's not going to all work the same. So I had a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago or so, had your uncle on, and one of the things I asked him is, when you hear the phrase "you versus you," what do you think about? Like, what does that, how does that play with some of the things that you see in life, and even for yourself? He put it upon himself. He made it as himself. Who put uncle? Hearts for ginger. Oh, but anyway, yeah. So I had your uncle on the show, and well, on the video with me, and we spoke upon that you versus you, and that goes in hand with that comparison. Like you can't compare yourself to someone else. You can't compare your life to someone else because you don't know someone else's struggle. Like you said, on social media, people make it look good, but you don't know what it took for them to even get there, and everybody struggle. You may not have survived their struggle. They survived their struggle. So yeah. What's one of the things that come to mind when you think about you versus you?
Um, the main thing is to me your mentality, um, and just how you approach your days, and your nights even, but mainly the important part is how you approach your day, how you approach your morning when you
Hmm.
wake up. Just your mentality, like how you feel about yourself, first and foremost, and to try to always try to feel positive about yourself and the way you look and the things you do and the way you think, because you know people can have all the opinions in the world, when it comes to you and all the things they want to say about you, but none of it really matters because you're living your life, in your own shoes on your own journey.
That's
And touching on it again with not knowing what others go through and not knowing others struggles. That's a major part of it because um like it just, how can I put it, only you can get through your struggles in a way that you can navigate through it.
Right.
Like the way someone got through, yeah, like two people can be going through the same struggle, but the way that person got through it may not be the way you're gonna get through that same struggle. So
Right.
just really, really just focus on you, focus on your better health, focus on uh giving yourself positive affirmations. I know a lot of some people like having affirmations be told to them,
Hmm.
but most of the times throughout the day, you it's you by yourself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you driving in your car on your way to work, 9 times out of 10 you in there by yourself. When you home and you wake up in the morning to brush your teeth, you looking yourself in the mirror.
That's
So
right. That's
you
right.
want to you want to be able to tell yourself these positive affirmations instead of relying on others to do it for you. I know it's good to have outside validation, but inside self validation is really really key.
Yeah.
That's really key to me. So
That's
um,
true.
that's pretty much how I go about the you versus you. Um, uh, Other things too, like when I said attacking your day. Um, you want to attack your day with goals in mind, um, and it could be small goals. It could
Right.
be, oh, I just wanted to, like a lot of people doing the 10K
God bless you
steps a
too,
day.
VB.
It could
Somebody
be
bless you.
God bless you too, VV. Thank you. It could be as small as taking 5K steps today. A lot of people doing the 10K steps, but I want to do 5K. I want to start off small and just knocking that 5K out, or just
Gradually. Gradually.
gradually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe tomorrow I'll do the 10K.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wanting to eat better. Yesterday I woke up and I went to I don't know. I had pizza for breakfast. So I had today. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna start off with some fruit. I'm gonna start
Right.
off with so it just small things to make sure that you feeling better about yourself. Because even those little things, when you do those small things, it makes you feel good and it make
They
you
add
want
up.
to do
Right.
better the
Right.
next day. So yeah, that's
Right.
pretty much how I
That's
look at
right.
it.
You taking care of you, you worried about you. Can't be worried about other people. And like you said, you're not gonna attack it the same, the same way someone else. You may not be able to handle it the same as someone else. So you gotta just worry about you and focus on you. Stay focused. um, while we speaking of staying focused and focusing and we're talking about health, one of the things I'm big on is mental health. Mental health is huge right now because there's so much going on in the world to where you can become easily depressed. You have to, again, for me, stay prayed up, associate myself with people that's going to be praying people, that's going to be encouraging me, as well as encouraging myself. But taking time away from whatever is aggravating you or stressing you or trying to steal your peace or trying to steal your joy, taking some time for yourself. So, mental health is another thing that I want to touch upon. What are your thoughts when it comes to mental health?
Mental health is extremely important, honestly. Coming from someone as young as me, I'm 29, I'll be 30, but mental health was something I definitely had to get over. In my, I don't want to say younger years because I'm still young, but in my younger years, I want to say maybe from around like 20 to 25, I was really going through like, I wouldn't say a deep depression, but it was depression. Only reason why I wouldn't say deep is because I've always kind of had like a strong mentality about myself.
Hmm.
But I never like I never uh I didn't not acknowledge what I was going through at the time. So
That's important.
Yeah, so that's the first thing. You definitely have to acknowledge that
Right,
what you're going through is, you know, is maybe stressful, or you're in a stressed moment in your life. So after you know, a lot of younger adults, maybe I want to say just in their young 20s, they feel like, oh, I shouldn't still be living at home with my parents. Oh, I should have a better job. Um, I should be driving a better car. I shouldn't be stressing. I shouldn't be going through these things. A lot of that plays into, you know, just 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 being overwhelmed with
right,
stress.
right.
So, uh, like even me, I just moved out of my mom's, like, officially, because I've always been like back and forth, back and forth. Like, I'll be
Well,
there.
that's it comes with the territory.
Yeah,
It comes with
yeah,
territory when, our door as moms, our door is always open to our kids.
yeah,
Do we want y'all to hell out? Yeah, we do. But at the
yeah.
same time, we would never see y'all without. I see BB said my mom was not a mom to me. So that right there, I can understand that that could make you a little depressed, a lot depressed, because like he's saying now, if you don't have your mom to turn to, who do you have? I just told my daughter so last weekend. I'm like, I'm it. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna be it no matter what, no matter who you come around, no matter who comes around, no matter who you with. Something happened, the first person they're gonna call is mommy. So it's like important. I tell people, respect your mom. I don't have mine no more. I miss her every day as a grown. I feel like an orphan now. I don't have my mom or my dad. But to have your mom to go back and forth home to, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. So some people who don't have moms, are going through mental challenges. But like you said, you have to be strong. You have to turn to God. God is everything to me because without him, I wouldn't be here. Without him, some of the things that went right, I could have went left. But I had his guidance. I had people who were older than me, spiritually guiding me. So that was helpful for me. But a lot of people don't some people don't believe. Some people don't believe in a higher power. They just don't. Some people get mad at everybody, including God, when things happen. So
Mhm.
you got to tap in. You got to tap into your spiritual being and leave this worldly being alone. Mm. Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry you had
sorry to hear
to
that, baby.
endure that. Sorry you had to endure that. But
How
yeah,
are you today? How are you today, Vivi? How are you today? After going through all of that, how are you today? I would like to know that. But
I'm
yeah,
glad
this
you brought up you know believing in God, because that's literally what I did. Staying at my mom's place, because it can also get stressful finding a place, especially for a young adult. So that's one thing. It's like, oh, I can't never find a place. I can't never find the right spot. The place I'm living in now, actually, it came to me, because like I just stopped looking. I just I I let go and I let God. I One day I just was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even gonna look no more. I'm just gonna focus on what I
mhm,
can control right now.
that's it.
That's saving my money. That's making sure I'm at work on time so I can have money. Um, that's just making sure that I'm focused enough, and I'm stable enough. I'm responsible enough. I can pay bills. And eventually, my cousin called me. He was like, "Hey, it's a spot that opened up. If you want it, you can have it." And I'm like, "Let me come see it." I came and saw it. Oh yeah, I'm moving in there, and I've been
That's the
here.
message right there. Letting go and let God. And you see what you did when you was in your waiting period? When you was waiting, you just say, let me just fall back. Because sometimes we got to take ourselves out the equation. Let God do what God does. And you took yourself out the equation. And while you was waiting, you was preparing. He was helping you prepare. God
Mhm,
prepare us in our waiting period when we getting huffy and puffy and impatient. He's preparing us. He was preparing you for this place. Like you said, you was saving money. You knew to go to work on time. You was doing what you need to do. So now you got it. It's about
mhm.
preparing and staying focused in that waiting period and just trusting him, letting go, give it all to him. Get completely out the way. He don't need our help. He
Nope,
don't need
at
our
all.
help. He don't. And this is a an important time for you. For Ram Ramadan. So
Mhm,
that's awesome.
mhm,
Um, two of your cousins stayed there practicing. So that's a blessing.
mhm.
Long as you guys believe, long as you guys know, who to call on besides mommy. That's what's
I'm still gonna
important.
call her too.
That's what's important. Like I'm so proud of y'all. Like all of y'all know, I don't I don't push, Christianity on my kids. Whatever they
Mhm,
decide to do, that's on them. God
mhm,
bless them. I'm okay with that. And I know your mom the same. She wanted to have done that to you as well.
mhm.
So, we are proud of y'all, just knowing that who to call on.
Yeah,
Because without him, we can't do it. It's hard.
yeah,
It's hard, very hard without him.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's good. I like that you said that. Let go and let God. And how do you feel? Like how do you feel when you give it all to him? How do you feel when he come through?
Oh man. I,
Undescribable.
oh man. It like it's the some people just say, oh, it's a miracle, but God is really like He really does miracles. And like just this the place I'm staying at, this is just a hair of a hair fraction of the things that I've witnessed Him do for me, for others. So it's oh man, it's really indescribable. It's like why
Yeah,
it's like a feeling of joy, but it's
right.
also a feeling of like just mind blowing. Cause it's like
Mind blowing. You be in
wow,
awe. You be in awe. Especially
yeah,
when it happens, because especially when you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're praying and you're giving him thanks and you're just praying and praying and you're waiting. And then when he come through, sometimes it take a minute, sometimes it take right away. I'm gonna use today as an example. I did something this morning um to bless someone. I blessed somebody this morning, and I'm gonna tell you, with less than an hour, I got a huge blessing back. And it wasn't for the same person. It wasn't about that, but it was like, I was like, God. She's like, seriously? Like, I had these
yeah,
talks with him. I talked to him. I was like, you got such a sense of humor. I'm like, you play too much. But
that too.
sometimes when he come through so quickly, you be like taken aback. It used to scare me. I promise you, it used to scare me. And until I start understanding and getting a better relationship with him, now I'll be like, okay, God, what you about to do now? And
Mm,
then when all those attacks start coming at you, coming at you, coming at you, I used to be like panic. Now I'd be like, my big blessing is coming. Something big is happening. I get excited. And it's probably weird to people who don't know that you get excited when these attacks come on. I don't panic. I don't get scared. I get so excited because I know something big about to happen. But
mm,
until you have that relationship with him, you're not going to understand it. So it's so important to have to build that relationship with him, pray and talk to him like I do. I just talk to him all day, especially what I'm going through. Like, I don't know what this is about. I'm gonna try to get this lesson out of it, but I don't
mhm,
like it. I don't
mhm,
like it.
mhm, mhm.
Like I don't
We
like it.
know, you don't like it.
Hmm.
It all be a test of faith, honestly.
And it's
It all
building
just
us
be a
up. Hmm.
yep,
Yep,
and
testing our faith, building us up, getting us a better relationship with him. That's
yep,
why I like the attacks too, because it draws me closer to him. Because I
yep.
don't know who else to call on. I'm
That's
calling
what
on him. I'm
that's
talking
what
to him in those moments. So I
yep.
be like, bring it on. Bring the attacks on. Bring them
You be
on. I'm
like,
okay
oh,
with that.
oh, you think you forgot about me? All right, let me throw something at you. You're gonna be right back. And that's exactly how it
Yeah.
works.
You're like, I heard that. I heard that.
Hmm. That's
So
exactly
yeah.
how it works.
He keeps giving us reminders to let us know. Although he may not be taking care of that at that moment, he's working. He shows up some type of way to show us that I'm working it out. I got you. Hold tight.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's my
that was
turn. My
definitely.
turn.
Hmm. Um, Going back to the comparison, um, just of people, if they understood whose they were and who they are, they would never want to be nobody else. They would never compare themselves to nobody else because I want what God got for me. I don't want what God got for Cayenne. I want for Cayenne what God got for Cayenne, but I'm not going to compare myself because I know there's something greater for me that he had in store. So I definitely don't want to be nobody else. I want to be myself always. And being yourself is important because guess what? God ain't gonna bless who you trying to be. He gonna bless who you are.
Mhm.
So you have to be you. Show
Yeah,
up as you.
I agree,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. So another topic um we want to discuss about supporting each other,
Mhm,
supporting one another.
mhm.
Um, you and I both know that, we've been around people who have not supported us. And, um, initially it hurts. You get your feeling
Yeah,
hurt. I will not even sugarcoat that. Your feelings get hurt because the people who you think that's supposed to support you be the ones that support you later on. You blow up, they're gonna be like, that's my, oh yeah, I know her, I know her, I know him. But um it does hurt your feelings. I mean, you have to have thick skin and you get past it. You like bump it because for the most part, from my experience, everything that I do, I get the most love from strangers. Unfortunately, I get the most love for strangers. I get the most support for strangers. Um, you know, it is what it is. But again, the support really, it does hurt your feeling when you don't get it from the people who you expect it from.
yeah, I agree. I agree. And yeah, I mean, I say this all the time about my music. Like, there's always a crowd for you. Like, there's always gonna be those people who support you, even though you may not know them from a can of paint. But
Mm-hmm.
there's always a crowd for somebody. Like the people, and I always compare it to the type of music that I listen to the type of people, the type of music that the people who I want to support me listen to, and
Mm-hmm.
it's completely different things. Like I'm supporting somebody that you have no clue about, and you probably would never give them the light of day to even listen to their music, or you may think it's just not for you. But if it's for me, and I see that there is a fan base for this type of music, then why am I worried that the people who I expect to support me aren't doing it when I know that there is a whole sea of people that
Right.
will?
That's right. That's why you can't stop. No matter what goal you put out there, no matter what you do, you have to keep going. You're going to get talked about. You're going to get, negative people saying stuff. You're going to get criticized, but you have to keep going for you because you're right. No matter what you do, the things that we see, we be like, people watching that, people buying
Mhm.
that, people,
Yeah.
yes, they are. Yes, they
Mhm.
are. And
Mhm.
I say that even when I do these videos, like, in the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna do the videos. I want to do them. I want to share my experience. I want to share my life experience with everybody. Um, in the beginning, I was like hesitant because you know why? I was worried about what they people gonna say, how they gonna take it, what they gonna think of it when I put it out. People gonna take it the wrong way. And then once I start praying, like God, show me what I need to do, show me how to do this, whatever. I start getting more comfortable to the point I'm like, I don't care what they say. Do I care what they say? No, I don't care what they say
I'm gonna
anyway.
take
So
time. I'm gonna just see what comes up. I'm gonna give them this content. I'm gonna give them my mind right here, right now, at this
right,
moment.
right, right. All right. And I promise you, like, and the more people listen, the more you touch people, people will tell you. I got inboxes, I get text messages, keep going, keep going, keep going. So that's me. And my only thing is being consistent. That's one thing I'm still working on, being consistent. I have so much going on, but this is what I like to do. So I'm gonna continue doing it. Each one of my videos give a few likes. They get the likes. So I got to keep going because someone is, like you said, there's someone out there listening. There's someone out there waiting for a video from me. So I have to continue to do it. And I'm going to continue to do it because I enjoy doing it. And I know other people enjoy it. Other people need it. You need to share. You don't know who's going through what at what time. And something, one of your videos may come over, one of your songs may come through, and they may be like, oh, that touched me. I needed
Yeah.
that. I need to hear that. I need to hear that. So yeah, whatever you do, you keep going. You keep
Yeah.
going. And even if I don't listen to the music, if I don't like the music, I'm gonna support the music. When I
Right.
put my book out, a lot of people didn't get to. A lot of people read it. A lot of people didn't. Some people like, oh no, I didn't know. I don't know how you didn't know because if you're following me, I'm always. And by the way, when did I become the enemy? That's the book. It's on
Mhm.
Amazon. It's on Barnes and Nobles. Get the book.
Mhm.
So people, I couldn't let that, the ones that I wanted to support me and didn't get it, I couldn't let that stop me because I wanted it out. I got it out and I'm excited about it. And it's going to go. And it's going to be something that my grandkids could read. My grandkids could give it to their grandkids. So it's about legacy. It's about leaving something behind. If that book is the only thing I ever do in life, at least it's there for my great grandkid. And like, this is my grandma. Look, this is my grandma. This is my great
Mhm.
great great grandma. It's there. It's out. And I'm excited about it. I'm happy about it. um, Still hearing good things about it. And from me that I've heard, God, I haven't heard anything bad about the book. I didn't get no bad publicity, no bad feedback. So I'm
Mhm.
happy about that. But
Yeah.
will I do another book? I don't know. I thought I was going to put one right back out, but it was just life is a lot. So this right here, this dialogue thing, I think this helps me from not writing that book or not having that time to put it down because it's only going to be about something that I experienced in life. So if I
Now,
could share it on here.
how long did it take you to write the first book?
Um, the thought came years back. So when
Mhm.
I finally buckled down, yeah, like you was a baby. I was like 20, like now 20, like 20 years ago when I got the title.
Mhm.
And I guess as you know, like it wasn't for me to put it out back then because I didn't have all the experiences that I need to have in order to put the book out. So over the years I got more experiences. And then during the pandemic is when I like finally got to buckle down. I'm gonna do this book. Right after that, when I went back to work, I had all these notes, I had them all over the place, and I finally gathered it together, sent it to a publishing company, and it was like, "Oh, okay." It was like, "We'll edit it for you. We'll send it back to you." And it was good. It was a good publishing company, Dorrance Publishing. They went back and forth with me. They didn't do anything without my consent. I had to approve everything. And I didn't know what I wanted the front of the book to look like. And I was like, just do it. There's like, oh, we have illustrators here who can do it for you. I was like, just do it. I prayed about it. The first picture that they sent to me, I was like, that's it. It was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it took a minute, but I would say from sitting down, probably 2 years. Once I got everything together, 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
You could do it. Put it down. Throw it on that paper.
Yeah.
You got it. You
Get it
got a
out.
story. You got a story to tell. You got a couple story to tell. And
I
you will be
do.
surprised how many people like a lot of people said to me, that's my story. It's like you wrote my story. That's my story. I've been through
Mhm.
that. I went through that. I've been through that. So yeah, you don't know who's going through what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Share
That's
it.
true. Yeah. I try to incorporate it a lot in my music. Like I and I make rap music, VV. I know you wrote that question down there. I don't know if she's still on here, but I make rap music, but I'm melodic a little bit. I could throw some little soul R&B in there, but I'm not like your the typical like rap artist. I'm more so like introspective. I'm more so talking about I talk about the stuff that's going on in the world. Um, for the most part, positive things.
Good.
Probably not your typical mainstream ear catching type music, but it's definitely catchy tunes. I got some stuff you can dance to now, but
Good. Good. Good.
for
It's
the most part,
therapeutic too.
it's
Writing is therapeutic.
writing is definitely therapeutic.
Mhm.
Like sometimes I can finish a song in 30 minutes, but the best songs to me is the ones where it take me a while to finish. It may take me a day or two because that's me really getting my thoughts off and just whatever I may be going through at the time. It may take a little minute for me to put it together on paper, but it's therapeutic just seeing it on paper, reading it, and then going to the studio to lay it down and then hearing it, and then it's like, wow, man, it's like I created this. You know what
You
I'm saying?
impress yourself, right?
I trust myself. It's like, man, I created this. So it's
That's
just good
awesome.
to do it and put it out there. Like I felt it was like a feeling of relief when I put out my first album about in 2022, 3 years ago, and my first and only album that's actually out on all DSPs. It's called "You Ain't Nobody." It's abbreviated to Yan, Yan. But when I first put that out, because I've been making music since I was like 15, even going to the studio and recording, but I never put it out there on like Apple Music, iTunes, or wherever
Mhm.
you want to find it, you can find it.
Right.
So me actually doing that felt like I accomplished my goal. Like I can call myself an artist now.
Good.
It's
That's
not just
right. That's
something
right. That's
I've
right.
said in the past, like, oh, I'm a rapper, but people be like, well, where can I find your stuff? And I'm like, SoundCloud, but not everybody got SoundCloud.
Right.
So even though I may not be, living in a big house with the fancy cars and clothes, I can say that I accomplished my goal and I became what I always wanted to be, which was an
That's
artist.
right. That's
My
right.
work is
That's
out there.
right.
So yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
always good to get your
It's
stuff out.
nothing like accomplishing your goals. And your goal is big. Your goal to you is big. So it's big. And don't let nobody downplay it. Don't let nobody try to minimize nothing that you do. And you know what? Toot your horn. Toot your horn. Toot your horn loud. Let them hear it. Let them hear it. Because people will do that. They'll
Yeah.
try real quick, so hard, try to knock you down off your high horse. Guess what? I'm up here and I ain't going nowhere but up more. So don't allow nobody to minimize what you do
Most
at
definitely.
all.
And I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that a lot. Like I used to, well, I wouldn't say I used to let people downplay my accomplishments or my music or anything, but I was always like real humble about myself and like real modest and just kept to myself. But sometimes you gotta be cocky, man. You gotta you gotta
You
take
gotta
pride in
pop your
yourself.
shit.
Yeah, like you gotta take pride in yourself and your hard work because you know what you had to do
I
to
know. I'm still the same
to,
way though. I am. I'm still so humble. I had somebody say to me some years back, was like, "You're gonna get um looked over being so humble," and that kind of like registered. And I'm like you. I'm still humble. I still don't talk my stuff like I should or could. Um, but I try to spare people. Not too much though, but I do spare people. I do. I do. But yeah, you definitely gotta pop your stuff. You have to. You're entitled. You earned that shit.
exactly, exactly. You
You
earned it.
earned it.
Talk
You
that
earned
talk.
it.
Talk that
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. You are artist. Auntie's an author. We got a lot that we accomplished our goals. That means everything. I tell everybody stick to it. Have your short term goals, have your long term goals. Do one step at a time or two things at one time, but
Mhm.
get it done. Eventually, it's going to get done. One way or
Yep.
another, it's going to get done. So take your time, set those goals, set them.
Yep.
You have to move around.
Yeah, I had to open the door real quick.
Oh, yeah. But yes. You did your prayer already?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, good, good, good. What you eating for dinner?
During Ramadan, I try not to overeat. So I had like some fish from yesterday. I ate a little piece of that, and then I got a little pizza in the oven.
Oh,
So
okay.
I try to eat that, and then that's pretty much it. I try because even during Ramadan, from not eating all day, your stomach it shrinks anyway. So you're not
Mhm.
even able to eat the way you think you're gonna eat
Right,
on a Tuesday
right.
fast. So you
Mhm.
fasting, you smelling all this food everywhere you go. You're like, oh, I can't wait to eat. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna do dessert. And then
Right.
you get on and you eat, and you full of a sandwich. Now you like, hey, I
Real
want to
quick.
eat more, but I'm full off water right now. I just had
Right.
a little
That's
piece
so
of fish.
true.
I drink my water. I'm full right now, but I got the
Mhm.
pizza. So I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah, that's so true. I was telling you that. Usually I fast around this time too, but because I fast all December and all January, like you say, your stomach starts to shrink. So now I'm trying to get my body back into me getting an appetite because I don't really be having an appetite no more. So then when I do eat, like you said, I could go all day. I'm like, oh, swear, I gotta eat. I didn't eat today. I start eating, I get full so fast. So yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you gotta drink that water, gotta stay hydrated. You have
Absolutely.
to, whether you fasted or not. But when you're fasted, you have to make sure you get all your nutrients back in you. You know,
Yeah.
take your vitamins before you start fasting, get your water afterwards,
Yeah.
and get it in. Make sure you continue to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Although you're practicing, you know, it's so important. But some people don't understand it. It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sacrifice. He's so
It
good to us all year round. Like, what's a week of fasting? What's the 30 days of fasting?
is.
That's nothing.
It's
That's
nothing.
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 It's light. Nothing
Actually,
can
for
be
his
done.
days. Yep. He doing for you all year round, every
Hmm.
year, every
Hmm.
second of the day.
Yeah,
So if he likes, take this time out and do something for him, who am I to not, oblige by that? And
that's right. And to make you feel good,
it
right?
does.
Make you
It
feel
does.
lighter throughout
It
the
does.
day. And when you're fasting, we can share, we come from two different spiritualities, but we can share the same thing. Like when you're fasting, that feeling that you get, clear mind, right? You hear and see everything.
Everything.
I
All
had
your
one of my
senses are on
coworkers tell me, she was like, we was talking about something, and she was like, Dad, you hear everything. I was like, yeah, when I'm fasting, I do. And I had another one of my friends. We was on a phone one day, and I was looking out the window, and she's like, "Wow, it's amazing what you see when you're looking. Like when you're looking at something, like you really paying attention." And I was like, "Yeah, I never really noticed that." But when you're fasting, your eyes are wide open, your ears are wide open, mind and spirit, everything comes to you. You like sometimes you don't want to know it, you don't want to hear it, you don't want to see some things, but it come. That
Yeah.
discernment is so clear.
Yeah.
It's so clear. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good thing.
I love the month of Ramadan because honestly, it's a month of blessings as well, and I always feel like it come at the time when you need those blessings the most.
The
Like,
most.
like when you asked me how was my 2025 going, and I said the beginning it was rough. We still in the beginning, and right now I feel like it's getting better, and like a little bit before Ramadan, but even better since it's Ramadan now, because it feels like
Right.
I know the blessings that's in it right now, and it's just it's inexplainable. The
Awesome.
feeling.
That is
It always
awesome.
when you need it.
It's only up from here, nephew. It's only
Yeah,
up from here. And you
yeah.
already know when we sacrifice for him, he gonna do something amazingly for us. He always do. So can you imagine what's gonna happen at the end of this month?
Nope,
Awesome.
nope.
Like you say, miracles after miracles after miracles. He constantly do miracles every day, all day. We just have to pay attention. And waking up is a miracle. Breathing is a miracle. You know, we had a few funerals last week. It just was like heartbreaking. Condolences to all those people that lost people in the last couple of weeks. Since January, seriously, it's been a few deaths. So condolences to those family and friends of ours. Um, but it's tough. We're like, what? This happened? What? That happened? Back to back. And that's what happens. We live, we get to enjoy life. You gotta enjoy life. You gotta
Yep,
enjoy life. We don't know. We don't know when our day is here. But in the meantime, in between time, enjoy each day, and be grateful. A lot of people are so ungrateful. A lot of people are selfish, and you can't be. Can't be. You're too blessed. We are too blessed. Breathing is
yep,
blessed. Breathing is a blessing. Your kids wake up, your grandkids wake up, your family members wake up. That's a blessing. We
yeah.
got to be grateful for that.
Be grateful for the smallest of things. The
Hmm.
smallest of things. Like I was, like I was saying about me even putting out the music and just being happy that it's finally out there. Like some people would feel, you know, like, oh, I need to do more, I need to put out more, or I didn't make it, or
Right.
like it goes for anything.
Right.
Like I know I had it in my notes, but the AJ Brown. you heard. I don't know if you heard what he said about when they after they won the Super Bowl, but he was like, man, like at first that feeling you get is like, man, yeah, we did it. But then after like I think he said after that day, the next night he was already like, man, I'm already hungry for the next one because like I don't I feel like I need to do more still. It's like you just won the world champion. You just
We're
won the biggest
champions.
title
We're
you can win.
champions.
You just won the biggest title you can win as an NFL player, and yet
Right.
you still feel like it's more you could do. So
That's
it's
humans for
always
you.
good. That,
That's
yeah,
humans. Humans
we
for you.
never really satisfied. We're
Mm-mm.
never
We
really
want more. We
satisfied.
want more.
We
But we
always
have
want.
to be grateful. We have to be thankful in that moment of what we have and where we are and what we accomplished because we can't um because we have to enjoy it. We have to enjoy that moment that we're in. Some people don't get to, some people don't. Some people, like you said, they're not satisfied with it. I was the same way when I put the book out. I put it out. I was so satisfied. Whatever was going to happen with the book, it didn't really matter to me. I just was happy that I was able to finally put it out. Um, Everything that I do, I go hard with it because I enjoy what I do. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not going to do anything that another thing just because somebody else is doing it that don't mean you need to do it because that might not be your drive, that might not be your passion. You may fail at it because that's not what you really want to do. If you want to do it because somebody else is doing it, it's not.
I think you muted yourself. Oh, somebody calling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all see me doing a video? Don't be calling me. But yeah, let's say I'm on doing a video. But um anyway, you coming on here with me, I'm very grateful for it. I'm thankful for it. I thank God for you. I pray for you. Pray for our
thank
whole family.
you.
This was so awesome. And again, therapeutic. We get to
Yeah,
get a bond. We got a little bonded time right now. I'm happy for that.
me too.
Auntie is always here, a phone call away, hop, skip, and jump away. Now that I know you work in Jersey City, I work in Jersey City. Maybe we don't even know how close we are to each other. We might could do lunch, come by the
Yeah,
office, hang out, something.
yeah,
You
I'm
know,
down.
I know that's right. But
Love
we'll get together soon. I love you.
you too. Thank you for having me
Continue,
on.
of course, continue, accomplish those goals, smash them out, and stay focused. Everything over here and over here don't matter. Stay
Yes, sir.
focused. That's
Yeah,
what's important.
will do, will do.
Yep. Take care.
All right.
If you didn't put on your page, I'll send it to you so you can share it.
Okay, I think it's on my Facebook, but I want to put it on my Instagram. It wasn't letting me do that, but I think when we finish, I'll be able to put it on my Instagram.
Okay. All right. All right, nephew. Take care.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, bye bye.
All right.